right now because I got another call starting in 1 minute. Thank you all.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna grab my coffee. I'll be right back. Let's see. Oops, Joe hit me before I could get up.
Hey, where'd you go? Did you
Hey Joe.
Man, it's funny because I can get on it and it always takes a second for it to say. But I mean, I could still hear Steve ending what you're on. Steve ran.
That's all right. I'm gonna get my coffee.
Sir.
Hey Miss Dawn, how are you?
Hey Don, what are you doing? Hey, I want you to pay extra special today things we're talking about because I think it probably pertains to you. We're not calling you out too much, but you know what I mean? Just let you know. What's everybody doing?
Yeah, that's us. That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. So how are you, buddy?
Bethany, what was it, about an hour and a half we were on the phone this morning?
Hey, Bethany.
Can you guys hear me okay? Am I cutting out or anything?
I hear you fine.
Never mind. I'm not going to call anybody out. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, kudos. Kind of thing. Never mind. Well, you just go. Forget it. See you guys later. I got to go.
All right. Perfect.
Sorry.
So, hey, Joe.
Hey, Chris.
How are you today, brother?
I'm good. Doing real good. Doing fantastic.
Sweet.
Everything's lining up pretty good.
Everything's live. Everything's going.
Yeah,
it's all good, brother. Yes, sir. I'm back at home. It's good to be home. It's always good to go, but it's always great to be home.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What's on the other side of that window? That's a room.
What are you seeing?
The window behind you.
Oh,
I see
okay.
Screened-in porch.
That's my lanai. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your what?
Lanai.
That's a porch.
A screened-in porch.
Yeah, screened-in. Yeah.
Screened-in porch. Yep, it's a screened-in porch.
Are you gonna have tea too? Tea at 2?
Yeah, I love to have tea on the veranda. Okay.
On the veranda. Yeah, veranda. Who's Rhonda?
Hey, listen. It is 2 minutes after the hour, so let's get this thing started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, here we go. So, hey, Joe, what do you know?
I don't know. Man.
You don't know? Hey, let me tell you what I know. I just got off of the corporate call with Steve McCullough, and I'm going to tell you, every day I try to get on those calls, and I missed them the last couple of days. And I jumped in and I said, hey, Steve, I missed the sound of your voice. I just had to get on and hear your voice. But you know what's really fun about that is you always learn something new. If you're paying attention, you always learn something new. So we'll save some of that new stuff that I learned for later on in the call. But
let's get on.
Yeah.
I want to talk about. Can we do that?
Yes, absolutely. Tell me something you want to talk about, brother.
What I'd like to talk about is our support system. And we've all been very, very busy doing this. And yesterday from 8 in the morning till about 9 at night, spending some time with the family and stuff. But I've been right here, either on the phone, in front of a computer, on the phone, walking around, just all kinds of stuff. And I really just want to say thank you to everyone's spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, or just friends, that are helping the behind the scenes, the back office of your home. Like on this website, go to the back office, all the backup stuff that you need, all the real stuff that really, the nitty gritty. And we've got that at home. And I just really want to thank Gloria. She's been wonderful, extremely helpful. And she's had to listen to all this stuff so many times. She knows it as well as I do,
Yeah.
Better. She's like, well, I heard Steve say that. I'm like, what? It's like, oh, because I just keep over and over. And it's just, and I'm not always sitting there just watching them intently, but I'm hearing it, from everything from bringing a sandwich to you when you're in the middle of a call, or you're just taking a second to take a lunch or anything, cup of coffee, just so much laundry, or hey, it's time to go. You need to go. She yelled at me a while ago. It was 7. She's like, it's time, you know. I was like, what? I'm not yelling at you. I was like, I know you're not yelling at me, honey. I just, you know, thank you. It's like, I'm getting ready, but I got time. I'm late every day anyways. You know, it's not that I'm late. It's Facebook's problem.
You know, and that's such a good point, Joe. You bring out the best point ever, I believe, and that is, you know, it takes a village to make everyone successful, you know, and a lot of people we'll use our example, for instance. They see you and I, but they don't realize how many people are behind us. They don't know what it takes to keep the average day going. You know, our spouses become assistants. They become secretaries. They become errand people. You know, they become our support system and our shoulder to cry on when things don't go our way. You know, they are absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, they are our back office. And so, you know, to all the husbands, all the wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, people of all different names that you want to name them, I don't care. What I want to say is, you know, without those people, you can't get there. And, you know, and that goes even a step further. It's like, okay, our team, look at all the things that our team does, right? Like, we've got somebody for technical stuff. We've got somebody for communication stuff. We've got somebody for writing. We've got somebody for reminders. We've got, you know, it all fits like this.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, just like this. And so,
lock in there too. It's
absolutely. Absolutely. And then let's not forget our secret people, okay? Because we all have them. And those are those people that we can pick up the phone and call at a moment's notice, and they always answer. They always answer. There's one of those people on this phone on this call right now, a couple of them actually. They always answer, and they're there to listen to our pains and our woes, but also to listen to our triumphs, because they get as excited about the things that we win at as we do, bro. It's like, wow.
Well, yeah, they have to put up with us.
They can't get rid of us, right?
I was getting frustrated at something earlier, you know, and you're like, and this was earlier today, and I was just like, rah! And you haven't really seen me kind of yet, you know, and you kind of got a little taste of it earlier, you know, but I was just like, but, you know, you helped me out with it, you know, and so I just want everybody to know that I can do Zoom calls now. And the screen with you. I have my own room built and everything. There we go. I just want to tell you that one more thing, buddy.
That one more thing. You know what, Joe? But you know what? Hey, you were very sincere in your salutations and in your thank yous. But you know, and I appreciated it. But at the end of the day, I didn't do anything for you that I wouldn't have done for anyone else had they reached out and asked, you know?
Just kind of
and I think that's what's important is, you know, we try to make people feel as if though they're special and that they're the only one that we have to talk to.
Right.
Because right then they are the only one that we've got to talk to, because we've made it a priority, you know?
Yeah. You can stop the presses for a second to check the type, you know, it's okay. You know, hope that made sense to everybody. But,
absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, I was talking with Joe earlier today, everybody, and we were just talking, and he was venting a little bit, and we were working through a problem that he had. And, you know, it was a small problem, but to him it was a big problem. But as we were going through this problem and working through it, we were talking about today and what we were going to talk about today. And we decided that we really, really, really wanted to stress. We really wanted to communicate, and we will probably hit this topic probably for the next week, if not more, every day, and kind of pound this one home. We just want to drive this one home. You know, Kryptogenex is a different animal, Joe. It's not your ordinary network marketing company. It's not your typical MLM company, which I don't consider us to be an MLM company. I think we're more of a direct sales.
Direct marketing.
You know, my thing is that we need to understand that this is going to build the way that we were all taught Like for me, for instance, my first day was like 28 years ago. Okay. And I was taught 28 years ago, you're going to lock arms, right? You're going to go as the front line for your people, and you're going to bust a way through, and you're all going to succeed. You're going to set goals, and you're going to reach them together, and everybody's going to hoop and holler, and there's going to be a big feast, and everybody wins, right? We're told that. It never happened. Okay. Kryptogenex is actually that company that's going to do that. But the funny thing about Kryptogenex is they're not telling you go out, sell, go out, get everybody, go out, throw up all over your families, grow out, get your friends. They're not telling you any of that. All we really want you to do, and especially Joe and I, we just want you to become master inviters. Okay. Master inviters. Why? Because if you can ask somebody, it's this simple. If you can ask somebody, have you heard about cryptocurrency? They have, I promise you. They may say no to get out of the conversation. That's okay. That's okay. But have you heard about cryptocurrency? Yes. Okay, great. If I could introduce you to something that would take about 15, 20 minutes of your time, that would answer all of your questions, or at least lead you to the answers to all of your questions, could I put you on? Could I put you in contact with one little link? One little link.
Sure.
It's a yes question. It's a yes answer always, because you're not asking anybody to buy anything. You're not asking anybody to commit their firstborn child. You're not asking anybody, to slaughter their husband or wife, right? You're just asking them to listen to a little bit of information. Just get a little bit of education. So if everybody listening right now could just practice. Don't even try to actually get the person, your first 5 people, blow them out of the water. Don't even try to really get them to the call. Just practice on them. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your best friend, whoever. But just say, hey, have you heard about Bitcoin? Cool, me too. That's awesome. If I could show you something that would answer all of your questions in about 15, 20 minutes, would you be interested? Sure you would. You know what you're going to do then? You're just going to plug them in. There are plenty of places to plug them in, which leads me up to another topic in just a second. But right now, as we speak, we have Steve McCullough. He is one of the core 5, right? So we've got one of the core 5 actually presenting on a daily basis twice a day, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, it would be insane for you and I to think that he was going to, do that for infinity.
Correct.
We need him to get back to some of the things that he's really very good at.
It's very good.
He is, but there are others of us that could do that.
Bros, other people are going to start picking up. We've got something going on in India, people showing up around the world to do this. And it's going to be easier than Steve trying to speak Punjabi.
And you know what the good part of that is, though? This is the good part of that, is we can all become kind of mini-me's of Steve, right? Like we listen to him enough. We can almost pick up everything except his accent. We're not going to try that. But we'll let him keep his accent. And he can finish up some of these loose ends and some of these projects that he's been trying to get to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting out, or is your phone ringing?
No. Was I cutting out? If I was, I didn't know it.
Yeah, you're fucking over here. You keep stopping. Like every time I do this, stop.
Oh, that's no good. Everybody else, can you guys hear me, or am I cutting in and out? Somebody let me know. Just want to make sure that we're good here.
So, how do we present it?
What's that?
You want to do some presentations?
Absolutely. I think we ought to jump all over it, Jump all over it.
Hey, why don't you guys tell us? Everybody there, send us an email. Hey, you know what you should do? You should go to YouTube, subscribe, and leave a comment. That's where the vote's going to be. In fact, we're not going to go anywhere else except YouTube. Subscribe, like, leave a comment.
Leave a comment. if you want to see Joe and I start doing presentations, then you got to go to the YouTube channel and you got to say yes. You got to subscribe to it. You got to leave us a comment that says, hey, we want to see you guys do a Kryptogenex presentation. Okay.
I want to see
and
it.
we'll do it.
And
we'll do it.
Fun.
We'll do it. We're in. No worries.
Yeah, we'll kind of, we're pretty much like that right there. It's like, hey, jump off this bridge. It's going to be fun. We're like, really? Okay.
Do I have a parachute? There's water at the bottom. We'll go.
But you know what? That just brings me to something I'm wanting to talk about that I thought about a while ago.
Tell me.
You know, the people in this company I trust enough that if I was going skydiving with, I'd let any of them pack my parachute. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate to allow any of them to, you know, to be my lifeline, so to speak. And, you know, any time that you, and I've never done it because I'm a big old chicken and I'm scared of heights. And when you say jump out of a perfectly good plane, my mind just goes, what? Out of a good plane? No, I'm not doing that, you know. But in this particular instance, if a plane was going down and they were packing the parachutes, I'd definitely be all right with that, you know. I'd feel confident that the chute would come loose.
Yeah. Not going to pay money going out of a plane is what you're saying?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Nope. I pay good money to fly in planes. I don't pay good money to jump out of them.
Yeah. Now, wait, if you're afraid of water, would you learn to scuba dive?
That's a good question.
I did.
Because I'm not afraid of water.
I am. And I learned
so
I thought it'd fix it, and it didn't.
It didn't.
No, I have an actual. My brother threw me off a boat when I was a little kid. Yeah. You know, like, I'll throw him in, he'll be fine. And I pretty much drowned. I mean.
Oh, that's not cool.
I probably deserved it. I was a rock.
Are you trying to say you were a brat?
No.
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 I wasn't. I know I wasn't. I was a perfect angel. Trust me. So, all right. We've talked about a couple different things. Master inviters. You know, people are afraid to be master inviters, Joe. They're afraid of that no, that almighty word no.
Right.
I really want people to get comfortable. You know, if you have to, go in your bathroom or in your bedroom, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself no 100 times. Okay? You've got to get comfortable with the word no. No will not kill you. No will not keep food off your table. No will not end your life. No will not make Bitcoin go up in value. Okay? No is just another stepping stone word. Okay? So get used to the word no. Okay? Because you're not looking for the person that tells you no anyway. All right? You're looking for the no so that you know whether to give them more information or go talk to somebody else.
Exactly.
Simple.
Yeah, don't chase.
You know,
run yourself ragged trying to chase something, and it's not worth it. It'll ruin your whole day. It can occupy your whole day even. And there's no telling what you may cost yourself chasing one thing. That's, you know, but, you know, anything you're new at, you're trying to do, and you're going, hey, I just need an opportunity to just do this one time so I can figure out how to make sure I know how to do it. Because you don't know how to do it. And so, you know, it's just one of those things. And these things are lessons you're going to learn and things you're going to run into, and then you're going to look back on it and go, huh, okay. And even if you know, because you know in your heart of hearts if something's right or not, usually, but you're like, okay, I'm going to follow it anyways and just boom, boom, boom. Maybe I can go through these steps and get done what I need to get done, or at least learn what I need to learn to get things done.
Fail forward, Joe. Fail forward.
Fail forward, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to fail forward to the phone.
Hey, look, that brings me up to something that you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, too. And you made a really good point. You know, we were talking about living in the present. We were talking about living in the present, if you remember, and we were talking about, you know, the past being the past. We can't do anything about the past. And Steve talks about if you've ever been on any of his presentations, you know, he talks about, excuse me, he talks about going out and talking to those whales because they've all called you 1,000,000 times or 100 times for everything that they've ever been in and been involved with. So they want you to talk to them too, right?
Right.
So we've all been in something that didn't work, ladies and gentlemen. We've all done it. We've all believed in something passionately that wasn't what we thought it would be. Okay, let's forgive the sins of the past. It's nobody's fault. Nobody intentionally went out and tried to, you know, to demoralize anyone, right? Or to take anything away from anyone. But what they did do is they tried to show us an opportunity or an example of something that we could take over and become successful with.
Correct.
And so what I want to say is Joe and I made a pact this morning that we're taking the negative out of our businesses. It's not allowed. It's just not allowed. No negative. If you got a problem, no problem. Bring the problem to us, but make sure you've got an alternate solution to go with it, okay? Because we want to hear ways to fix it.
Problem. Let's focus on finding this, you know, and since I jumped in here, I'm going to jump in here. Kind of like
go, brother, go.
That all those, you know, all that bad taste in your mouth, all those little voids that those people that messed you around on in the past and everything. Let's fill all that stuff with love. Okay, let's fill it with all those bad memories. Let's replace them with good memories. You know, let's move forward from there and just replace all that, kicking it out. Hey, it's like, hey, you don't get to be in here anymore. I only got so much space. You know, so let's start putting there and positivity. You know, and let's all move forward from all the junk. You know, just forget the junk. You know, pretend like you had a junk sale and everything got bought. You know,
absolutely.
Period.
Sold it in the yard sale, brother.
Knowledge. You know, look at it like that. Knowledge that you got, and it was at a price. We know that, but it's already paid for, so might as well get rid of it. Forget it. You don't like it. Doesn't fit anymore. It just doesn't fit. It's like that pair of shoes that you had in the 7th grade that you really, really liked. Like the old school Jordans that there's no way you can wear. Well, you might as well give them to somebody else because you don't need them no more. You can't wear them. You know?
Mm-mm. Nope. You know, it feels good to be positive. It feels good to live in the now in a positive, upbeat manner.
Right.
You leave the negative behind and you start your day. You know, I don't know how everybody else here starts their day, but when my eyes open, whether it's by alarm or because my body says it's time to get up, the first thing that I think is thank you. That's the very first thought that crosses my mind. Thank you. I've got another day. This is another opportunity to help people, to love people, to spread joy. You know, we've said it time and time again, you know, holding a door for somebody or buying somebody's drink at a convenience store, you know, it could be the difference between someone going home and committing suicide or saying, you know, the world's not that bad a place. Maybe I'll live another day, you know?
Easy to affect other people's lives. If just and the thing, what you'll find out, the more positive you become, people don't want to be around you. And I'm not saying every person you know that's negative, just don't hang out with them. I'm not saying that. Try and convert them. You know what I mean? Try and get them like, why are you mad about that? Don't worry about that. That's not that big a deal. You know, I got
to You know what I tell them, Joe?
You had a spare, right? Or you got roadside assistance. You know what I mean? Something like that. It wasn't that bad. I was late to work.
You know what I tell them, Joe? I just tell them real simple. I say, you know what? I'm not into that. That's negative, and I'm leaving that over there.
Yeah.
You know, let's go over here and be positive. Let's talk about the good part, right? Like bad things are going to happen, right? Typical example. Bad things are going to happen. We'll use something real world. Yesterday in my dadpreneur life, right? My son was feeling neglected because he wasn't getting his normal dosage of attention, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And so he got corrected a few times, and I kept saying to myself, I'm not going to live in that space. I'm going to live in this space. But I had to stand outside of that and look into it and say, okay, what is going on here? Why is this happening? Because, I wasn't doing anything different. I wasn't provoking him in any way. No one else was provoking him. It was just happening. So the silver lining, the positive note was that we learned something new about our son. And that is, when things get hectic, when the attention is taken away from him, take a second, take a minute, take him to the side and hug him and kiss him and tell him you love him, and we'll play some fun games later, another day or whatever. So, people say, well, how do you do that? How do you always find something positive? You look for it. If you look hard enough, you'll find it.
Yeah, you will. I mean, it works. Like, for instance, Nixon got all upset because I'm looking at, and I was like, yeah, we're going to move his idea and blah, 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 and I forget that I say things and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that. And it sounds like I'm going to do it that minute, but I'm not thinking out loud. I'm going, hey, I'm really just trying to get feedback from the people in the house that are annoyed with me talking all the time, like, if you just shut up. But, and so her teacher told me about it at a parent-teacher meeting. It was like, she's been real distraught. And I'm like, what? Why didn't you say something earlier? I'm like, what do you mean? We're not moving right now. And I might not even move when I get the lease. It's a different deal, kind of, but she didn't understand that. When I was like, oh, I'm going to build a house, and then you can have a little house, and blah, 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 I don't know. I would just try.
What? She's a child, though, and we forget.
That it's like, takes it so seriously, like, we're moving. Oh, I'm moving. Like, no, not like that. It's like, no, you can have more than one property. I mean, that happens. I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
absolutely,
this happens. But yeah, just got to learn what you're doing, And so
absolutely,
that's where I was going with that. Negative because she had a pent up anger against me because she doesn't want, and so it was kind of coming out. And I was like, why are you negative about things? Because she kind of was. You're like, oh, that's silly, that's stupid, and things like that. And I'm like, hey, don't be like that. That's not, just because you don't understand something, don't make fun of it. Or just because it's not what you like to do doesn't mean that it's bad. You know what I mean? Just because you don't think it's cool doesn't mean somebody else doesn't.
Absolutely.
So, well, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, it's not a rant. It's touching and it's feeling and it's filling in on the same thing we've been talking about, and that is finding the positives. And we have to find the positives. Right now, what we're doing is you and I are involved in a company that is off the charts. For anybody that's watching this for the first time, they now know that they're getting ready to hear about Kryptogenex.
All right, I was like, what are you doing? We've got a few higher.
You know what? We love Kryptogenex. We love the premise of Kryptogenex. We love educating. Joe and I both are natural born talkers, in case any of y'all couldn't tell. But honestly, we are a little bit more shy than most people give us credit for being. And we're really kind of outside of our comfort zone on this live thing, although it has been phenomenal and it's been a great experience. And I guess after the first one that we did and kind of swallowed real hard and said, oops, we went live and we didn't mean to, we decided that this was a great opportunity for you and I to talk about Kryptogenex, right?
Yeah, great time.
And what we also decided was that every day something new happens in Kryptogenex, every single day. So we've busted the 1,800 mark, right?
Yeah, we passed it. We're at
busted.
Passed it by now. So
yeah, we're busted it.
Thing today, but oh no, you lost me.
Are you there? Hey, buddy. Hey, Joe. Okay, I think we lost Joe. Can everybody hear me? Somebody give me a heart, a like, or something. Yep, we lost Joe. Okay, so it's not unusual to lose Joe. It's okay. No, I'm picking. yourself, and we'll be all right. It'll be okay. With Kryptogenex. Today, one of the biggest things that happened with Kryptogenex was that we crossed over the 1,800 mark. Okay. We also made announcements that some of the leaders, or we're about to make announcements, I guess, that some of the leaders are going to start doing some of these presentations and start taking some of the weight off of the people that have been doing the presentations. Now, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that ours are going to be nearly as good as Steve's, okay? What I am going to say is that we will be qualified enough to give you the information, and you will be able to understand the presentation that we give. Now, that being said, excuse me, it says adding Joe, but it's not adding him. So that being said, what I need to say here is, if you could please start inviting people, that would be a great thing. Like, oh, there he is. That would be a great thing because, hey, Joe, I'm glad you found yourself, bro.
The mask was sitting right here, so I had to do it.
I'm glad you found yourself. I was worried for a second.
I lost, but now I'm found.
There you go. So I was telling everybody that we're getting ready to start doing these presentations.
You're like my mama. You said I had a face for radio.
There you go. Hey, I was telling everybody.
Started laughing, and then I told Nixon what it meant, but Nixon knew I was being mean. Like, just by the way I said it. She didn't know what it meant, but she's like, But like, you know, you got a face for radio. You know. It was funny. Doesn't happen.
You know, our humor sometimes escapes people.
I know.
But it's okay. I was telling everybody I want people to, and you want people to start getting ready to start inviting. We're going to start doing presentations.
Yes.
And I said very loudly that we're not going to guarantee that we can give the presentation nearly as eloquently as Steve, but we will give it comprehensively. And you'll be able to understand it. You'll be able to get your new people. Let us do the work for you, okay? Mm-hmm. Just be the inviters, guys. If I'm talking to someone, listen, I'm going to be completely transparent here. If I'm talking to somebody in my business that I want to bring to my business, I don't give them the information. I put them on the phone with one of the core five. I'm not going to tell them about it. Two reasons. Two fingers. See, 2 fingers, 2 reasons. One reason, we're friends or we're acquaintances or somehow or another we know each other. I don't want that to affect their decision. Second reason is, you know what? I just started in this, and the people that know me know that I just started in this. So in their mind, mentally, they're thinking, how can Chris possibly know enough about this business to be telling me about it? Even though I do, even though they're not giving me enough credit, it's not the point. It's the psychology of it. And I understand that. So I put them on with Steve or Kathy or Mike or Will or, you know, Jeremy. Jeremy does a great presentation. People don't realize it. He doesn't really do a presentation like Steve does a presentation. He kind of puts the slides up and talks about it. And I kind of like that because, you know what? It fits Jeremy's personality. And, you know, who knows what Joe and I's style is going to be. You know, we're fixing to find out. But you guys don't want to miss our first one. I promise you, it will be epic.
Are we going to do it like the live thing, like not know we're doing it, end up doing
it? No, we better record it. In case we mess up, we better record it so we can do a bloopers reel.
I'm going to freeze. It's going to be so horrible if you played it. Please, turn it. Please, I want you to get a laugh out of it. It's going to be like, you got a computer. Yeah,
that's the last thing I want to talk about today, Joe. And it's kind of tying everything together, you know. Yeah, it is. And that is that we don't have to be experts at everything, and neither do you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you can turn on your computer and you can open a browser. You can call us on the phone. We can go old school, okay?
Google.
You can call us on the phone. We can help you get set up. We can help you learn how to set up Zoom so that we can see each other, and then we can show you the screen, and we can walk you through things on a one-on-one basis. It's not about being an expert. Don't psych yourself out of success, okay? You can very easily talk yourself right out of success. Don't do it.
It's true.
Come on, Joe. Fill them up.
Do what?
Fill them up. Give them something.
Give them something. Give them something. Let's see. I don't know. One more thing?
One more thing.
It's not really one more thing. It's what you're saying. I'm just going to kind of back you up on that one. It's, you know, you don't have to be computer savvy. You know, just call us. No, we kind of sort of discussed, and I'm not making any promises on this right here, but maybe trying to put some kind of tutorial together to kind of help you navigate through, you know, get on your Windows, through website, all that stuff. We've got people that can do it. Then what are you're trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me?
No, you're fine. You're right. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to tell you anything. No.
I thought you were telling me you were thirsty and you needed a drink of my drink or something. You're like, hey, over there. Yeah. We love everybody.
We do.
Yeah. Where are we at? I don't know. What else are we talking about?
I think we covered everything we talked about covering today, didn't we?
We got that done in 35 minutes.
Hey, you were on the call with me and Bethany and a bunch of other people with Steve earlier. Did you hear anything that you want to talk about, or did you hear anything that you want to bring up?
Let's see. We have, go to the blog. Go to the blog, get all the latest information at the blog. I see where we're at. Okay. Yeah, go to the blog, log out. Don't hit reset because you will break the entire back. Did it twice. I know. Now I have a not so great moniker for doing that. Everyone here is nice. Everybody's, but we will pick on each other. It's gonna happen. Oh. It's okay. You know?
Absolutely.
Up here, we don't know it all at all. No one expects you to either. Don't worry about it. Reach out. Help's out there, or assistance, or whatever you want to say. You know, we're all working together. It's a team. What else? We're in 31 languages. We're ready to add Swahili. Swahili. I didn't know language. I just thought it was 3, 2, what? Yeah, we'll have 32. Yeah, of course. So math skills get.
Yeah, right. Polish them math skills.
I think we got everything. Oh, check on the meetings. Go to the meetings. Go to Zoom meetings. Let's see. Go Kryptogenex. Just go there at 1 o'clock Eastern and 8 o'clock Eastern. That's 12 o'clock Central and 7 o'clock Central. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, meetings. I'm going to let you tell what time Brandon's meetings are.
Brandon's meetings are at globalinfo.com,
KGXglobalinfo.com.
That's it. KGXglobalinfo.com. They're on Tuesdays and Thursdays at this point. Today is Wednesday. I believe that they're at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So I think that, excuse me, I think that for anyone who can relate to Brandon and has ever heard Brandon do a presentation, even if you're already in the business, it's always a great idea to plug into those, because you might hear something that's said just a little different, or a different influx on a word or pronunciation or something like that. Oh, it's kgxglobal.info. Yeah, thank you, Don. Appreciate that.
Sorry.
See, we're you know, we're blunders. We're blunders. So, you know, you might hear something. It's the same information, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's the same slides, but it's just the presentation. And you may get something different from it. And I personally will be attending tomorrow. I didn't make last night's, but I will be attending his meeting tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Just because I want to see what he spins KGX as and the information.
I caught a little bit of one, and just to be honest with you, what I got was it feels a little more advanced, I would say. Whereas Steve's trying to teach a kindergarten class, he's got the first graders now. You know, kind of like it's all the same information. You know, it's just he goes a little more into a couple different things than you would think. You know, more of the industry, more of the market side of it, and it's just a little different. You know, it's not that, hey, I have no idea what this is, and Steve's great at that one. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't know. I like fishing. He's like, I like fishing too. Maybe about Bitcoin.
I want to go catch sharks. That's what I want to do.
Like, I'm gonna sharks. Yeah. Oh, he likes trout fishing too. Yeah.
Oh.
Because he likes telling them fishing stories.
Him and Don like those sharks, man. Him and Don love those sharks. They're looking forward to going to Florida and catching some sharks. So I have to get them out here to the Carolina coast and let them catch some sharks out here.
You want to go fish off of Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, go fish. You want to go fishing?
You want to have some mint juleps?
Let's go fishing.
Sun's blistering.
Yes, the sun is blistering.
Oh,
Need a mint julep. Where's my sweet iced tea? We only have sweet iced tea down here, by the way. We don't serve that stuff without sugar.
Not in my house.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a good time. We always love showing up here every day. You know, I want to thank Bethany for reaching out to Joe. Special shout out, Bethany, today, and getting a few of her issues discussed and talked about. Also for giving us a topic of conversation today. So, you know, that was a big plus, and I appreciate that. I know Joe does too. Oh, Don, tell me you don't drink unsweet tea. Well, that's just unsubtle. No. Tell me not. Dawn says she drinks hers unsweet. I don't believe that.
No Splenda? No Sweet and Low? Oh,
yeah. Oh. Okay.
Oh, julep. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Julep unsweet, though. Guys, what do you...
All right. Hey, Joe.
No, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to sit here for a while.
Let's tell them we're going to see them tomorrow at 2.
What's tomorrow at what?
Tomorrow at 2. Tomorrow at 2.
Oh, us.
Yes.
Tomorrow at 1 Central Standard Time.
Hey, Joe.
1 Central Standard Time. 2 over there where he is.
Yeah, you know. 2 over here where I am. All right. We'll see everybody. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. If you get this recording, we appreciate that too. Please feel free to share it with everyone that you would like to. Joe and I would also like to offer this disclaimer. We are not legal advisors and or financial advisors. So please take this with a grain of salt, laugh at it, and do what you will. Have a great day, everybody.
See y'all later.